So why would you do it?
I didn't mean to spill the drink. You're the one who's making it sound like...
He has no control.
It's
he has
so...
no impulse control.
Oh my gosh. You have said like so many weird... He has no control, and he's just got something really sticky all over
my couch and on my carpet.
Okay.
So...
Yeah, at least my pullout game's pretty good.
That's not what I've heard.
Oh my gosh! What do you mean? What was that?
I was gonna do your intro.
Oh no, that's the YouTube introduction.
No, you literally listen to all the episodes in the past. It's always, "What's up, everybody? It's DJ and
I don't do that.
My friend Sue."
Oh shit!
And this is episode 21 of My Fucking Opinion.
No, I'd say "What's good, everybody."
What's good? You say "What's good, What's good, everybody? It's DJ, and this is my fucking opinion."
Like, calm down. I don't
Literally
do that.
Yes,
What's
do.
up, everybody? It's your boy DJ, and I'm with my friend Sue, and this is episode 21
of My Fucking Opinion.
Of My Fucking Opinion.
And my opinion. It's also my opinion.
You don't give your opinion.
Yes,
on
I
anything.
do.
No, you don't.
Are you kidding me?
What's 9 plus 10?
It's 19.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
You
9
didn't even
plus
pick
10.
up on the meme?
No.
People
I don't
gonna
know
roast your
memes
ass.
like that.
21? 21?
I don't understand this reference.
I'm not that much older than you, Sue. You know.
Mm.
You know the reference.
No, I don't.
Wow.
I don't go on social media that much
Wow.
because I'm usually pretty busy.
Oh my. Oh, running my own,
I'm busy with work, with
female-owned
friends.
business. I'm just so busy. What do you do?
I am a full-time student. I work usually over 20 hours a week, and I have a lot of friends who I
Is being a
have to
full-time
see.
student the same thing as having a full-time job?
Yeah.
I mean, stress-wise, maybe.
Yes.
Because it, what you do in college
Yeah.
defines your whole future. But, the amount of time, it's not a 9 to 5. Maybe it is spaced out. For some people.
Okay, well, the combination of my classes and my part-time job is over 40 hours.
Yeah, but you chose to have that part-time job.
I know, I'm just saying I'm very busy, and that's why I can't go on social media to understand your memes.
Yeah, but this was your first year of college. 9 plus 10, 21. I was high school. So I don't know what you're talking about.
I had a flip phone for a very long time in my life.
Did you have a computer? Did you have a lunch table? Did you not hear?
No,
9 plus
this was
10?
not very popular in all of DC. I can vouch for that.
Y'all were too busy.
We were too busy
glizzing it out.
Okay, nobody fucking says that in DC.
See, you're just trying to hide the truth.
No, when Kyle said, sorry, name dropping people. Wait, Kyle's been on this podcast.
Yeah, you can fucking say Kyle. Fuck
when
Kyle.
Kyle was like, yeah, that's DC slang.
It is.
It's like, no, nobody
I only
really,
saw people from the
uses
DMV.
it. Nobody fucking uses that.
See,
we're we're just like, yeah, you want a hot dog? And we're like, yeah, I want a hot dog.
Hello, this is NPR with DJ Bray, and we have ourselves a glizzy-less DC resident in the room today, and I just would like to introduce him.
There's a lot of other slang we use, like mo, jai, like.
What are those?
Like, I jai want a sandwich right now.
I jai want a sandwich right now?
Yeah.
How you spell jai? If you were gonna text it to me.
J-H-I probably.
J-H-I. J and H got no business being together in a word. J-H-I. I jai want a sandwich on. So if I was texting a girl and I was
I jai
into her.
want you to come over.
I jai want you. Is that the way? Can I not just say I jai want you to come over?
No, that would be weird.
I'm feeling jai about you coming over.
No. And I don't know if you guys used to use "guh."
Guh?
Yeah.
I know
you got me guh right now.
That sounds really sexual. What the fuck
no,
is that?
It's like shocked. Kind of you got me stupid right now. Like what?
You got me. Yo, you got. So what? It's just the weird version of you got me fucked up right now.
Almost, yeah. We'd be
you got me guh right now.
Guh,
I would not talk to my boys like that. My boy come
Alright,
up to me like,
well.
yo, man, you ain't never heard something crazy that happened before. I'd be like, what happened, man? It's like, yo, man, I was making me a quesadilla, man. And guess
That's
what?
not
I
something
put
worth
some
being gone
no, no,
about.
no. And then he's like, I put some jalapenos on it, and then inside the jalapenos, I put some black olives.
Why are you like whispering this right now?
Cause the levels are high. I don't want to be too loud for our listeners.
You sound like ASMR right now.
No, I'm not. And maybe I am. Maybe that's the bit, you know? Anyways, if my boy came up to me and was like, yo, man, you got me
Your
go
boy,
right now.
your A boys, your
Yeah,
primary boys.
My primary boys. Not my secondary boys or my tertiary
That's so
boys.
funny. I've never thought about it like that.
Okay, every single person in life has a subsection of friends.
A standing.
Yes, it's like
friends.
you got your primary boys or your primary girls.
Boys. I got my primary boys too.
Yeah, okay. Let me just, let me be unisex here. You got your primary folks.
Yeah.
Go a little southern. You got your primary folks.
Folks, that's what Biden says every time.
Oh, fucking
folks.
Folks, because that's like one of the 18 words he remembers from his vocabulary. Anyways, you got your primary people, right?
Mm-hmm.
The people that you want to hang out with, and that it takes as little effort as possible to have a good time with them, right?
Yeah.
And in the unfortunate moment in life that you quite possibly are in a situation where all of them are busy, you got your secondary people, right?
Yeah.
The people that you aren't going to be upset to hang out with, but you haven't really put that much care and time just because you have your primary boys.
That's true.
So then below them is your tertiary people. And those are the people that it's like when all else fails.
Oh my gosh.
You will hang out with them. And you're not going to be upset. All those groups of people are still a part of a group of people that you will hang out with no matter what.
I feel like tertiary, I don't know, like I just don't bother dealing with people I don't really like that much.
You just don't have that many friends. That's the thing.
All right, who's the 23-year-old hanging out with the 21-year-old right now?
Whatever, bro. You're the homie. I'm making a joke. But you know what I'm saying, right? Like, and a lot of times you're right. Like, very rarely do people dip down to that third level. Because, like, I don't know. There's multiple reasons why someone's a third level. It's either one, they do things that you typically don't really want to do, or two, that group of people has like one or two people that you really just don't vibe with.
Yeah.
Even though you may vibe with, like, let's say it's a group of 5. You may vibe with 3, but maybe you don't vibe with 2. Like your boys or your girls or your people, your folks, your Joe Biden folks. It don't matter. You vibe with all of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
The secondary group, same thing. You vibe with all of them, but maybe they just do things you don't really like to do. Maybe they don't want to go out as often. Maybe they just want to like sit back. Maybe they want to.
Sometimes people like to hang out inside.
See, but that's my thing. That's why the secondary group is always an option, because sometimes your boys. They
No,
do things.
I want my primary people to want to also equally want to like chill inside or watch a movie or something.
Haven't we? We've gotten to that point.
Yeah,
with quarantine.
Y'all are always trying to drink, though. Y'all are a bunch of alcoholics.
We're not.
How about we have a non-drinking night?
Yeah, you're gonna lose your primary boys real quick if you do that.
I have primary people for that. I don't need you guys for that.
If we're secondary, fine. We can be secondary.
Yeah, I just want you to know you're secondary.
I'm fine with that. I'm okay. I'm used to being left on the waist.
Stop. I'm just trying to turn you guys into like people who would hang out without drinking.
What do you mean you're going to try and turn us into that?
I'm trying to encourage it.
What do you mean? You worry about our livers?
No, I just want us to do wholesome things, too.
Wholesome? We have done wholesome things.
I know, but it's like pulling teeth with a few people.
I mean, no.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I don't think so. I don't think so. In my professional opinion about our own friend group, that is the primary group, I think that we do things that we want to do, and we won't do things that we don't want to do.
and the things you guys want to do are always...
Okay. It's not we're not drinking like Sunday through Sunday. It's the weekend. And
well, we did drink on weekdays quite a bit in
Maybe
the
y'all did.
last semester.
As a man who has a job, I just didn't have the luxury. Of
Yes,
doing
we would
sort of
catch
thing.
DJ on a Tuesday night drinking.
I will not confirm that, but
I will neither confirm nor
I
deny.
will neither confirm nor deny these accusations of alcoholism.
Yes, which there were plenty.
Just
of
talk to my doctor
instances.
and my liver inspection when I have my surgery next
Listen,
week.
I'm just saying, when we hung out in the spring, it was always
Which
pong,
spring?
pong, pong,
Which
pong.
spring?
But
Which
if we
spring?
didn't, if we were sick of pong, it'd be beer die or flong or.
Okay. How about you start giving some suggestions? Let me hear some suggestions. Like, what is something that you would have wanted to do?
Cooking together.
Cooking.
Yes. See, I want
So you know what?
potluck
Already,
the whole time.
already. This is what I'm gonna say. We did that.
But that was only like halfway through the summer after Abby and I really pushed for it.
True. However, the same thing would have happened. We would have cooked from like what 6:30 to 7:38, and then afterwards, we would have eaten, and then we would have went right back to doing the same thing.
That's not true. We could then just sit in a circle and talk to each other.
You know, we can. I mean, okay. So you're looking for wholesome things to do.
Yes.
You're not looking for drinking games. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's not really the drinking that's the problem. It's the drinking games that cause people to get too drunk to do
Yes.
wholesome things.
Yes, and we're not really learning as much about each other when all we're doing is just drinking.
I mean, maybe some people just don't want to learn about you, Sue. I'm sorry. I mean, sometimes you got to think about that.
It's vice versa.
Sue's like holding you down. It's like, don't dare drink that next beer. Ask me about my favorite color. What's my favorite food? Tell me. No.
But I just don't someone made this comment to me early on about my second year. I was introducing some of my roommates to some of the new friends I was making, and I was describing the things we would do, which is go out a lot, and she'd be like, oh, I would want to meet this person, but I don't want to just be drinking or going out friends with them. Which you do have there are gonna be people in your life who are like that, but also, sometimes you want to be more than just going out friends or drinking friends.
Yeah, but then that means you have to make more of an effort to have that moment be there.
I mean, that's what I'm saying we should do.
You're telling me
Not
now,
at this point.
in
At this
hindsight,
point,
after the fact. What I'm saying is when people have that opinion, because
Yes.
I've been on the boat many
Yes.
times of oh man, I've always met DJ, but he's always drunk or he's always partying. And
Yes, he is.
Yes.
I can attest.
I mean, I'm not gonna. But I was just, if the one thing I can pride myself is that's all I did. I didn't do much anything else. I was just party.
I just drank.
Yeah, but some people don't know how to handle themselves, so they drink and then they act like a fool.
DJ.
I do not act like a fool.
I
I don't put that on the record. I do not act like a fool at all. In fact, I am very responsible. Yeah. So, anyways, back to the thing. When people say that, I don't understand why you could be like, well, you can hang out with them, and then you can also let them know that, hey, how about we do something a little bit more casual? Sit on a picnic blanket and talk about life. I don't know, something casual. Just nothing like why don't people bring that up? I feel like it's weird. I feel like a lot of people are expecting the person who is in the moment of their own youth is supposed to just realize someone else wants to hang out with them, and it's just supposed to be wow, maybe I should stop doing what I'm doing. Maybe I should go talk to this person. That's what I feel like a lot of people do. They're oh, I would really love to talk to them, but I can't because they're too busy doing their thing. If only they could stop doing their thing and come do the thing that I want to do, then I would really get to know them. Well, how about you just let them know you want to do something different instead of just waiting for them to make a decision? And that's pretty hypocritical for me to say because I wait a lot.
Yes.
I wait a long time. But
yes.
When I hear you say that, I'm like, well, then why don't you just say something?
And then we do, and then there's no reply, and then suddenly everybody
You're talking about the friend group.
Yes.
But we did show up.
I know, but it was
nope.
Nobody said anything.
I'm sorry, that's the difference between men and women. Right? If you
No,
tell,
that's okay. That is a good point. It's so much harder to form. Never mind. I'm not gonna make a generalizations like that, but it is harder.
Make a generalization. That's what we're doing.
It's harder
here.
to communicate with you guys. You
No,
guys
it's
are
not.
less responsive.
It's harder to be confident in our decision. It's harder to be like, oh, they definitely want to come because we don't answer.
Yes, and which is like the logical conclusion.
But that doesn't mean we're not gonna come because we all showed up. You just guys weren't.
Even though
you didn't have the security.
What? No, because Andy was literally like, oh, like I have to go to my mom's friend's wedding or whatever, and we're like, okay, that's cool. And then this man shows up, and we're like, well, we didn't prepare for you.
So you should have been surprised. Ooh, speaking of him, he's texting. I hope he's doing good.
Is he doing good?
He is doing good. I wonder if anyone here who listens is actually knowing who we're talking about.
Andy, guess.
I'm gonna bleep that out. Why'd you do that? Why would you? I'm not gonna put anyone on blast. I'm not saying your last name.
Wait, well, yeah, you can if you
No,
want.
it's first names only.
Who do you think is listening to this?
It doesn't matter. I'm putting it on the internet. I have to watch out for my people.
Yes.
Especially for him. He's got a lot more responsibilities than the rest of us. You know what I'm saying?
Because you were like, I wonder if anybody knows. That's why I was like, well, this is his name.
When I say I wonder if anyone knows, I don't want you to go and be like, oh, if you want them to know, I can tell them.
Yeah, I was just making sure it was clear who we were talking about.
First name, last name. It's like the freaking Hunger Games.
We can say his first name, right?
Yes. No, Andy, not the other one.
Andy, beep.
You don't have to put the beep in. I will put the beep in afterwards. I was actually hoping for a clean episode. I didn't have to edit anything. And you just walked right in. It was just like, his social security number is 111-22-3333.
Anyways, his profession is.
Oh my gosh! Be quiet. On to the next.
You want to know where he is right now.
On to the next conversation.
Smooth transition.
Yes, I think so too.
Wait, you should like cut that clip of yourself singing that.
Oh, and that's just like every single
use that every time in like a podcast, like. On to the next it was like, on to the next topic.
No, I said, on to the next conversation.
Oh, you said conversation. Yeah. Save that.
No, because...
Do it again without me talking. Okay, go.
Okay, I'm not doing this here. Because if I did this,
yeah,
that means there's the potential for me to have a heinous podcast where there's only a few bits of good.
Yeah, and then like you have to use that to
30 times throughout the podcast. You just hear that? That actually would be...
On to the next conversation.
That would really be funny. Right? Just like every 2 minutes.
I'm giving you such good ideas.
You are.
Yeah.
I appreciate
use that. Cut that out.
I will. Probably for the episode 2 weeks from now.
2 weeks?
Because it's going to be episode 23 for my 23rd birthday.
Okay.
And
who's going to be on the podcast? Who's going to be on it?
I don't know. Wherever it's going to happen, I want it to be as drunk as I possibly could be. Just because I want it to...
Wait, you're turning 23?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm going to record it on Thursday like usual.
Okay.
And then,
well, that'll probably be me.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's not a problem. I'm just saying, like, I want to be as coherent as I can while still being able to be.
Well, just so you know, I have a Friday 9 a.m.
I mean, I'm probably going to record this one on Friday, release on a Saturday. I don't want to.
Oh, you're not going to do it on Thursday?
Oh, yeah. Let me.
Oh, well, you just said you were going to do it on Thursday. Wait, when's the day of your actual birthday?
Saturday.
Oh, so you should do it on Saturday.
No. I can't do it on Saturday because then I can't edit it on Saturday and release it the same day. I mean, I guess I could.
When do you usually release it?
I typically try to record the day before I release it to give.
So you usually release it on Fridays?
Yeah, I mean I've been lazy, so sometimes.
Well, yeah. So why don't you just film it? Record it Saturday and then release it Sunday, or Monday.
No, because like I want to release it on my birthday.
Well, don't you want to get heinously drunk for your birthday and then record it?
No, I'll just get heinously
drunk 2 times.
2 times in
for
a
your
row.
Birthday? Okay, there we solved it.
Yeah.
We should do that Friday night then. Oh no, but you don't want to record. You don't want to edit on a Saturday. Well, you could just save the editing.
No, I can. No, I'll edit on. No, I'm saying I don't want to record and edit it on Saturday at the same time.
So just record it Friday and edit it Saturday morning.
Yeah, and like for that, depending on how good or bad it comes out, I may not even need to edit it that much because I'm a podcast genius. and the
Uh-huh.
conversations I have are
Uh-huh.
immaculate.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Unlike,
Unlike last week's conversation,
what do you mean? Last week's conversation was incredible.
it was unedited.
Oh, yeah, okay. You said some things that was gonna throw me in
said
jail.
some things,
I
or
didn't
you
want to.
said some things.
Okay, I said some things that needed a lot of clarification that you just can't talk about in like a 2-minute segment.
Yes,
on a recorded.
DJ said some
I
things
really
that were
think
highly,
that we should talk about what
highly
you
sus.
have on your mind.
Me?
It wasn't sus. I am
What?
the last.
What do I
okay,
have
I'm
on
not.
my
okay,
mind?
time. Let's run this back. I am not a sus individual. All right, let's get that straight.
As someone who knows DJ in real life, which some of you may not,
The only people that are listening to this know me in real life.
I know, that's what I keep telling you.
And what I'm afraid of is that
Ew.
everyone's gonna be like, it's kind of sus.
Because
I'm
they
not,
already
though.
know. They've seen things in their own interactions with you that have indicated
Okay.
sus-like behavior.
I am the last person to be sus. I don't know what you're talking about. Look at you, unprofessional. Just in the middle of the
you
show.
were texting earlier.
No, I wasn't. I
Yes,
looked at
you
my
were.
notifications to see if I was
You're
getting
telling me
any
you've never done it? Because I've seen
conversation.
you do it.
No.
I've seen you do it.
I rarely ever
Last
text
week.
in this time. I'll call up Verizon right now. Give me all my text messages Thursday 6
yeah, we
through
can.
9.
Yeah, do that.
right now.
Do that.
Hi, it's Verizon, DJ. How you doing? Hey, I'm doing good, man. I just wanted to know how many text messages I send through 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Thursday.
Yeah.
Let me
300?
let me just look that up. Wow, DJ, it looks like there's only been 4 messages.
Oh.
Would you like me to read those 4? Yeah, man, could you read those? All right, the first one says, Sue's kind of weird. The second one says that Tom is your bottom bitch. That's really weird. And then the last 2 are the same text messages. They both say that French fries are better than mashed potatoes.
Who are you sending these to?
All right, I'm not gonna answer that question. Thank you, Verizon man. I appreciate you. All right, have a good day, DJ. Good. Okay, yeah. So only 4.
I will bet. Yeah, so you've done it. So that I just sent 1 text message.
Yeah, but you didn't know the date. It could have been before the podcast.
No, I'm telling you.
So Sue, how about you read out your 1 text message?
Yeah, do you want me to?
Yeah, go ahead. I don't even know if I really want you to. Can you even read it, or is it just emojis?
It's not. It's just. It's not inappropriate.
Okay, go ahead.
It's just okay, sparkly eyes.
Oh my gosh, sparkly eyes. You dog.
Oh my god.
I cannot believe you.
It's It was said for those listening in a mocking tone.
I'm sorry.
DJ just did something so stupid.
No, I didn't.
Onto my couch too. Not my couch and my carpet.
It's not on your couch. Okay, this sounds.
But it is on my carpet.
This sounds really weird. I spilled a drink, and that is all I'm gonna say.
After what he said was his last glass.
I am cleaning up the drink, so it is not an issue.
It's gonna be sticky.
Dude, I was trying to not make it weird.
But
you
you
made
know
it
it's
a
gonna be
1,000
sticky.
times more.
You know it's
Stop
gonna
saying it's gonna be sticky.
be,
That's
when something is not water, it spills somewhere.
okay. Sue, think about the words you're saying right now. This sounds really, really weird.
So why would you do it?
I didn't mean to spill the drink. You're the one who's making it sound like
He has no control.
it's
he has no
so.
impulse control.
Oh my gosh, you have said like so many weird. He has no control, and he's just got something really sticky
He's got,
all
he
over
got it
my
all over
couch.
my couch and on my carpet.
Okay.
So
Yeah, at least my pullout game's pretty good.
that's not what I've heard.
Oh my gosh! What do you mean? I got no little DJs running around. What you talking about?
That you know of.
I do know. I keep tabs. All of the
On
hospitals.
all your women.
I don't have any women. I have 0 women. I do not know what you're talking about. Your Honor, I would like to go on record and say I have 0 women. I do not own women.
There
are
is not a single woman that is interested in him. Let's be clear.
female
Let's be clear.
female people who individuals who define themselves as women and
Not
individuals
one
are
person
strong.
who identifies himself
who-
as a woman likes DJ, okay?
All the people in the world who identify themselves as women or female or anything
Are
of the
not
sort
interested.
are strong and individual and do not need to be owned by any man.
Yes.
Thus, I do not have any women.
Thus, he does not have any women who are interested in him.
Now, if you want to bring up the
Additionally.
conversation of women who are interested in me, this podcast doesn't last that long. So I don't think I'll be able to have enough time to talk about the 3,726 women that want me sexually. And then that doesn't include the 4,326 women that want me emotionally. Are you triggered yet?
I'm just...
You're just upset because it's true.
Oh, DJ.
Nah, man. Nah. You don't want to talk about sticky stuff on a couch, you weirdo.
So why would you do it?
Okay. You're making it sound like I didn't just spill a little bit of wine.
He spilled so much.
No, I did not.
I'm gonna have to
It's
clean
not that
up
much.
later.
No. Okay. You got to realize how weird your words come
What?
out.
I have to clean up the wine later.
Okay,
guys.
okay. I'm glad you said that. You said wine because before you're like, I gotta clean up that sticky stuff.
No,
later.
I didn't.
Yes, you did. You
I
were
literally
saying.
said I'm gonna have to clean that up later.
You said like
I did not say sticky stuff.
You said like 4 times. It's gonna be so sticky.
No, I did
It's
not
all
say
over
like,
my couch
I
and
did.
carpet.
Okay, DJ,
You literally
DJ,
said that.
DJ,
You said that.
I did not say. It's gonna be so sticky. I
Yes,
said
you did.
It's sticky.
Okay. Regardless,
That's different.
it's the
tone
same
of
thing.
voice. Tone of voice.
Nope, tone of voice doesn't matter when the word sticky comes in the
No,
word.
when
it's
you're
like navel
on a podcast.
and moist.
What people listen to is your tone and inflection of voice. Yes.
Words are the most powerful thing.
Words are not powerful. You heard it here first.
There's at least 4 words I could say right now that would make you quiver.
Ew, I hate that word.
Quiver? There's at least
Ew.
4 words I know that would make you
Ew,
uncomfortable.
why would you use that? Why is that word in your immediate vocabulary?
Because if I say you're going to be really uncomfortable.
Why would you say that?
Exactly.
Right now?
Boom. Yeah, but you're used to me saying that one.
Yeah, even
about
though...
the
Okay,
F word?
DJ uses the C word all the fucking
Okay,
time.
anyways, on to the next
He
conversation.
uses that... Is he going to cut this out? He's going to cut this out.
Everybody knows that one word.
Wait, what was it that you said?
That you like to use.
Time to switch. Wait.
What?
The transition thing you were saying.
Time to move on. Oh, wait.
No, how'd it go?
I forgot. Oh, see, look.
Moving on to the next conversation.
It is time to go to the
That's
next
literally not what you
conversation. Yeah. Well, that may be the new one. I don't know. We're trying out different things in this podcast. Look at you. You're hitting record numbers right now. Just text messages after. It's like I'm not even here.
No, that's not true.
It is true. I mean, I am here. So you're right. It's not true. But the way you're treating me is as if I'm not here, which is
Because you were
true.
going off on some tangent.
That's what I want to talk. I'm not going to talk about anything serious. Fuck all the serious shit.
Oh,
Let's talk
well,
about.
guys, I just started school.
Oh my! Shut up! Shut up!
I'm just.
Oh my gosh! Hey,
I just
hey
wanna
guys!
give-
I'm just gonna make DJ feel like
Can I-
a whole lot
Can
older.
I give an update to my fans who want to know what's going on in my life, or are you gonna like?
speak into the mic more?
Yeah, I'm speaking to the mic.
No, you're not.
Is this not it right here?
You gotta speak a little bit.
Look,
more into
I'm
the
looking
mic.
at the thing and it's loud.
No, you gotta be like where I am. Don't breathe into it like you nasty. Anyways, give an update. How's school going?
So I started classes and
I started classes.
and there's some like really interesting classes that I wanted to share with you guys.
No one gives a shit about the classes.
So-
No, shut up. No, I'm gonna stop you there. People are gonna leave. What is the state of the school? That's what I want to know.
What do you mean?
What's the state of UVA,
What do you
baby?
mean?
What is
That's
it
such
like
a vague
to go
question.
into a Zoom class?
Well, basically, it's really chill. I've been zooming in from my workplace, so there's just a lot more flexibility with online classes, which is why I don't really mind them because I like to work a lot, so it just makes it easier to do that, and it makes it easier to like see my friends in a socially distanced way.
You saved yourself there.
Well, I stick to a bubble of people.
Oh yeah. So does like the entire state of Arizona University.
Well, I'm not going to parties like DJ.
I don't go to parties.
Just kidding. That was slander. I just
I was
slandered
gonna say,
him.
what are you talking about? That's not even true. I ain't even been to a group larger than 8 in like a long time.
No, that's not true.
That is very true.
Not a long time.
I'm not here for. I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah, let's put it that way.
No, but I'm also here for a long time. Anyways, so you've been liking online classes.
Yes, I don't really have
Does
an
it
issue
fuck
with
it? Does it suck? Does looking at a computer screen for that long, watching a 40-year-old person talk, make you just want to jump out a window?
I mean, honestly, half the time I'm kind of falling asleep in my classes, but I used to do that anyways in person. So at least now I'm like not gonna get caught for it.
Are there any classes where you have to
Show
put your
my
camera
face?
on? Yeah.
I do it for all my classes, except for
Have you ever
cell
thought about
bio
just like printing out a cardboard cutout?
and just putting it in front of the camera? No.
Oh.
Because
Have you ever thought about getting an animatronic of yourself?
no.
Because you're pretty short, so it wouldn't cost that much money.
I do actively try to listen. Sometimes I'm just sleepy, but most of the time I do try to listen. Because if I'm paying for these classes anyways, like I want to actually learn somewhat.
How do you feel about paying full
tuition
for these online?
Well, I get financial aid, so.
Well, a lot of people do.
Yeah, so I'm not as mad.
Nope. Count it out.
Why?
No, it doesn't count. Imagine a world where you're not. Because I got financial aid too.
Yeah, if I didn't get financial aid and I had to pay full price for it, I'd be mad.
Imagine being out of state.
I am out of state.
Is DC not considered a
No, it's not considered Virginia.
Oh, I guess
Why
you're
would
right.
it be? It's.
I mean, you're so fucking close. Why not?
I know.
You're next door neighbors.
It's like, why don't we consider
if
Maryland?
DC asked Virginia for sugar, I would expect Virginia to give them some sugar.
Well, I'm considered out of state, so I am expected to pay out of state tuition typically.
That's wow.
Yep.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Mhm.
But you like it. It's not bad. For
Online
you
classes? Yeah, I'm honestly
Yeah,
fine.
but wait. What kind of classes are you taking though? That's my
I was trying to
question.
get into it.
Yeah, well, I wanted to know about the
cut
first
off.
Well, how about this? That was a smooth transition.
I'm finishing off my major and minor, so taking some STEM classes, but also some like fun, more like
What kind of STEM? Like
cell bio, human genetics. But I'm taking fun classes like anthropology of food too, which is just interesting.
Is that why you're a good cook?
Because I've been in this class for one day.
Oh, you're just taking that.
I'm just
now.
starting. Yeah. That's
Oh.
what I'm taking this semester. And then next semester, I think I'm gonna be a part-time student and save money and just take 2 classes that are grad level classes.
That's smart.
Mm-hmm.
You got to do that.
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, I think right now it's probably one of the craziest times where people are starting to, like, really look at the ins and out of applying for classes each semester. Because I've been asked by a lot of people, like, hey, you know, you've been out of college. What did you think about either, like, taking, like, you know, a full-time student this semester, part-time student this semester, doing this many credits this semester, this many credits that semester. And it's been interesting hearing it. And, I mean, it doesn't matter now because everyone's in their class. But, like, I think my number one advice, you know, unprofessional advice because I don't know what the fuck's going on. But it's always been, yo, like, you don't know what the fuck's happening in the fall. So I would take the most simple-ass version of anything you could possibly take. Yeah. Now, I'm not going to say take the easiest semester ever, but the most simple semester you could possibly take. I've told people just try and do that this fall because obviously coronavirus, you know, it's not going to, like, I don't know how people will adjust to being online classes. It sounds like you're okay with it. Some people may not be okay with it. But I just told people, like, you don't want to take your hard,
I would say the opposite.
No, see, I thought about that. But the reason is like, when you have a hard-ass class, usually a hard-ass class ties in pretty easily with, like, the professor. Like, a hard class, like, very rarely do I hear about it's a hard class, but the professor is really, really good. It's usually like the like in more often than not, the class may not even be that hard, but the professor sucks.
Yeah.
And the professor has tenure. So the class is always going to be hard. So very rarely have I ever heard of a class being hard because it's hard. Usually I hear the class is hard because the professor sucks.
Yeah.
Like, so I've always told people, like, if the class is hard and the professor sucks, maybe that professor's old, and maybe an online class with that old ass professor that's already hard in person is just gonna suck balls if it's online.
Well, on the other hand, it's like right now, like because classes are online, like a lot of my professors have been like way more lenient in terms of grading and like scaling the weight of like tests and assessments like way back, and then having things like homework or other projects be worth more points. So my advice to people would be to take hard classes now and get those out of the way while professors are like willing to be lenient and understanding of your circumstances.
I mean, that makes sense. I'm not gonna say you're wrong. I just think it would fucking suck if you came across that one professor that doesn't care. That's just like, you know,
In which case, drop
it
the
doesn't
class.
matter that coronavirus is going on. We are still going to meet every day at 3 o'clock on Zoom, and I will not record my lectures. And I do not care how
They
your
all
internet
record
is.
them now.
Yeah.
And
all
they
the
put them up.
All the ones you take.
Yeah, but I have one of the like hardest classes right now.
Big dick energy here.
Cell bio. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's like notoriously
Sue,
difficult.
I hope you know the hardest classes I've ever taken. And I've never taken any classes in the e-school, so I don't have any knowledge there. But the hardest classes I'm taking aren't about the subject. The subject isn't the hard part.
The subject sometimes is the hard part.
But when you have so this is my argument here. It's the subject is hard, yes.
Yes.
But if you tie a hard subject with a great professor, it automatically makes it better.
Logic. Yes,
when you
of
have
course.
a decent
I think people
subject.
would generally agree with that. I mean, it's not just the subject,
what
but
I'm
it's like
saying
also the
is
professor.
that when you're in e-school, right?
No, I'm in arts and sciences.
But you're taking hard classes, right?
I'm taking bio classes. Yeah.
Anyways, you're taking a hard subject that most people in the arts and sciences don't take. Anyways,
Yes.
so when you have something like that, a hard ass subject in the arts and science, a part of UVA that is riddled with bullshit professors.
Yes.
And I will say that for a fact. Some of y'all people fucking suck out there. Some of y'all are amazing. However, it's just it really is a toss up on who you get as a professor. When you're in the arts and science, and for me, there's been a lot of religion classes. There was a lot of science classes. There was a history class I took. Actually, I never took history classes. Anyway, there's only one religion class I took that pissed me the fuck off. Because the professor just really didn't give a shit about the fact that, like, you know, we live in a time where you're not really writing down notes that often. But she was like, I'm not recording nothing. You're not allowed to have your laptop. You got to fucking write everything I say down. And then she would, like, put her slides up, and they'd just mostly be pictures.
Yeah.
So you're just writing down her words. And she's old. So the whole time I'm listening to this old person talk, and I'm just like, damn, this is not easy.
Yes.
And it made the subject hard. The subject was easy, technically, because, you know, religion. Hey, he believes in this.
Yeah.
Oh, great. I'll remember that for the test. But I don't know. I feel like on Zoom, it's like I would be doubly upset. Double upset if Michael Double upset if I was trying to take a class that was for my major and the professor was trying to be a hard ass.
Yeah.
I would like drive to their house and egg their house.
But generally, I feel like that's not happening.
I hope not. I really do hope not.
Yeah.
That would make me sad, just hearing that someone else would have to go
I
through
mean,
that.
I wouldn't want to be taking biochem right now because that professor is like notoriously horrible. And there's like people who write like thousands of words on their reviews about her. But she has tenure, so she can't be fired.
That's the thing I don't understand about tenure. It's like, yo, you got over, if you had over, what's the class size of that?
Of biochem?
Yeah.
Probably like 300 something.
How many people you think have said something bad about her?
Hundreds,
If your
thousands.
if your class size is like 300 and like over 1,000 people have said something bad about you,
Oh, you mean
I
every year though, or like every year? I would say the vast majority of people will say something negative to her, whether that's on course evaluations or like an online forum.
that's my thing. If every year you're
Mhm.
getting like a 60, like who okay, you have tenure, but like,
Mhm.
but then you get into the whole conversation of like, oh, but they're like, they're providing so much research to the university.
Yeah, I think she does do a lot of research.
Well, then let her do fucking research.
I know.
Stop letting her teach. She obviously they don't want to teach. I don't know
I
if
know.
is
Not
it a she?
it's just she.
Uh,
Oh wait, I shouldn't be dropping names. But people won't know if they.
Yeah, no, we'll let them
Yeah.
know. We'll let them figure it out. We're never gonna be in trouble for it. We're just talking about somebody. We're not talking about anyone specific.
Yeah.
No, but like I don't understand how like tenure really does like, because it seems like tenure never really, very rare. It's really 50-50.
Mhm.
Because I used to think that tenure was a good thing for teachers,
Mhm.
but then I realized like tenure is just like this, like it's almost double-edged sword isn't the right thing.
Mhm.
I don't know what the literary term. Someone is gonna know out there what it is. But like
Yeah.
once you reach the goal, you don't give a shit about anything. It's just like I can do whatever the fuck I want. Basically, you become the protagonist of your own story to the villain. You're someone who's reaching for this goal of tenureness, and I'm gonna learn so much, and what I learn I'm gonna teach to my kids. But once you reach tenure, after 2 years, you're like, fuck them kids. They don't know shit.
Yeah.
Hey, I got TAs. Let me give them all the grading. I don't give a shit. Let me
Yeah.
grade 5 of them, and I'll grade them really harshly. And then when they get their grade back, they're gonna wonder why they did so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like okay, whatever. Oh, you're obviously smarter than me, obviously. But congratulations, your human empathy levels are fucking awful.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. There are
that's
some
my
people who are
problem.
like that.
Yeah, but fuck those people.
I know. I mean, I agree for sure.
You know what? I would race those people in a foot race. Just
Just in a foot race.
yeah, uphill.
Well, what if they're actually really good at running and they train all the time?
Oh
for, like,
yes,
a
a
marathon.
tenured professor is going to be really.
Yeah, they could be.
Okay, Jim Ryan's.
They
good
could
at,
be. Yeah. I was
Jim
gonna
Ryan's good
say.
at running, but
They
he's
could
not
be
a
like a
tenured
Jim
professor.
Ryan type character. I
Right,
don't
he's
know.
the only name I'm going to leave in here because he's a fucking he's the president.
He's a legend.
He's a
No, just
legend.
kidding.
I'm gonna
He actually
run
had, like,
with
the
my
stupidest
students.
response ever.
I don't. You know what? I don't want to. I'm not gonna trash that man just yet.
I'm
I low-key
ready to
want-
trash.
I want him to be on the podcast.
You think he's gonna come on
There's
the podcast?
no way. I am doing my podcast in the living room of all my friends. There's no way in hell.
In Jim Ryan's living room.
You think he'd be down?
You should email him. You should write him a letter asking
Yeah, but-
if he wants to do it.
I would literally be like, I drink a bottle of wine before, and we talk about anything that comes in my mind. And that is what the podcast is. Do not expect anything professional. And if you don't like
Yes, I don't think he's gonna do it.
he may. I'm a pretty charismatic individual. At least I try to be. So I hope at some point I could. Because my thing is, it's like, I don't. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck that idea. Because a lot of times people think that, oh, you gotta have someone like big on it. I'm like, no. I just like talking to my friends though. I don't want.
But who would you have on the podcast?
That's my point.
That's big.
I mean,
That's
if
like famous.
he's gonna listen, he doesn't even need to listen to the podcast. He'll just look at the episode titles and see good Christian head,
Yeah.
and he just be like, yeah, no, this is not happening with this guy.
If you could get like an athlete, like Mamadi, or
Yeah, let me ruin this man's ability to get into the NBA. No, I don't.
how would you ruin his ability to get into the NBA?
Because the conversation is supposed to be natural, organic.
Yeah.
Who knows where it's gonna go?
Well, why do you assume with him that's gonna go somewhere crazy
I
that would get him banned from the
this
NBA?
guy. What I'm saying is those, and I'm not talking shit about them. However, they're living a certain kind of life, right?
Oh.
They have the deals. They got the scholarship.
The women.
They got the. I mean, maybe they got the women. Maybe they don't. I don't.
They
give a
do.
shit.
I've heard crazy stuff.
Oh my goodness, they're getting their dick sucked every Thursday.
Well, they're cheating on their girlfriends, is what they're doing.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
You're hearing that.
No,
have you seen it happen?
Yes.
You've seen it firsthand. You don't have to say who, but you've seen it.
Somebody came into Roots
Okay.
asked out the girl who was working at the register, asked for her number,
Okay.
even though he had a girlfriend.
That's just asking for someone's number.
No, but with the intent of going out with them.
Did he say that?
It was very much implied in the way he was
But
flirting
did he
with
say
her.
that?
Well, let's
So
the
if
text
he didn't
later.
say,
The text later.
okay. Oh, see, you need to provide information.
Well, I'm just saying
okay.
they're very promiscuous. So
What if they're in an open relationship? How do you know?
no, his girlfriend always gets mad at all these girls.
Okay,
Never at him, just at the girls.
If I'm in a relationship and the person I'm with is like going off doing these things,
Yes.
and I'm getting mad at the people that they're with, I need a little bit reevaluation with my own.
Oh
life.
yeah, definitely. I mean,
Pretty-
she should definitely just break up with him at this point. And
That's
just
money. That's money. If my pussy's fucking fire and this man loves my pussy, but he still wants to experience fandom, and I know this man's gonna make at least $1.5-2 million his first year, and maybe he gets better. Come on, as a
I
business
don't know.
individual,
I don't know.
I mean-
don't know if I could be with someone who I know is actively cheating on me. Like it just shows that they don't care about me like enough. Like
that's not necessarily true.
and I just
I
care
mean-
about me enough.
9.5 times out of 10, that's definitely true. You're definitely right. But there's that small. It's that weird, like, you know, when you look into, and this is the reason. This is another subsect that I have a problem with, like college fandom, like being a college star. Excuse me. It's like you're starting to have this life of Hollywoodness, where it's like when you look into Hollywood and you're like, oh, this person was dating this person and then they broke up and then they get together with this person a little bit later. It's always seen as like it's just they had some time and they got to do this, or like, it's never really seen as like as bad of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Or when you hear about like someone who's an actor and they like, consensually sleep around with like other people, like definitely they're like, you can say they're cheating or they're in an open relationship. But more often than not, it's definitely not normal to us.
Mm-hmm.
But it's Hollywood. People always say that. It's like, oh, but it's just Hollywood, baby. It's okay. Like that's weird, but it's like, even not Hollywood, a bunch of professional athletes, same thing. It's like you just have this weird, like once you reach
But
a certain.
I mean, no matter what level it happens on, it's like something I would never accept.
Exactly. And I agree. But when you take that shit and you don't slap $1 million on it, or 5 million, or 10 million, or 20 million, when there's, and I know this is a shitty point, but like, I'm not going to say I understand dealing with it when you have that much money coming around, but I can understand when you have that much money going around. Now, when you're a college athlete and you don't even know, you're banking on maybe you get to that point. Also, you're not even fucking out of college yet. Like, you're still, especially at our school, because we rarely ever have one and dones. Like, we have consistent 4-year people.
Yeah.
So you're around the school a lot. Maybe you have a girlfriend for a long time, but you got women around you all the time. I wonder what the mentality is.
If I love someone, if I genuinely love someone, it would never, like, sure, like, I could see, like, getting, like, little crushes or, like, being like, oh, that guy's cute or something, but it would literally, like, never cross my mind to, like, cheat with someone.
I mean, same.
No matter, like, how much, like, temptation there is, no matter, like, if I'm, like, a college athlete, like, that would not be enough for me to excuse that.
I mean, sorry, it's devil's advocate.
Yeah.
You say that not in the position they're in.
No, but I just, like, I know there's nothing that would, like, allow me to compromise my values in such a way.
I think a lot of people agree with what you're saying. However, a lot of people have not in the position that they've been in. And don't get me wrong, I am not defending their dumbass nature. I think a lot of the fucking people who become popular in college are fucking stupid, and they don't know, and maybe they're not stupid, they just don't know how to handle that much fame. They can tell me as much as they want that they understand, and they can deal with it. My opinion is that they can't, and that they're too immature to deal with that much focus from the public. Like, you're having ESPN write articles about you? Like, come on. Isaiah Wilkins wrote about how much anxiety he used to get from playing games and all that kind of shit. Like, I know that to some degree, college players, whether it's football, basketball, lacrosse, whatever, volleyball, swimming, diving, field hockey, it doesn't matter what, horse riding, wrestling, no matter what the fuck sport it is, if you're going to get the like pressure of like whatever you're doing is being looked like in a positive way, and your actions now will determine your actions later. And then people from the community start looking at you like an idol. Their own personal idol. Because people love celebrities, but celebrities are far away.
All of these circumstances. But if I was in that position, I was tempted by other people, I would, like, I know for a fact, it doesn't matter, like, how much money I would make or whatever, like, I would always break up with that person first before I would ever be with somebody else. Like, I know I would not be, like, able to hurt them that way. I would feel so like immensely guilty about ever being with someone else when I was in a relationship with someone. There's just like no way like I would ever like.
And that's why you're an empathetic, respectful person.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's what I've never understood this about cheating is like why, like, I know it can be hard because you don't want to hurt someone by breaking up with them, but it's like it hurts so much more to be cheated on. That's why I never understand why guys or like girls don't just break up with that person and then like you can hook up with as many people as you want.
Yeah, but that's not.
But I guess like they still want the comfort and stability that a significant other brings them, which is so selfish.
The only thing I really recognize.
But I'm like talking about people who like actively like they're serial cheaters, they got one
for
side
those
duty,
people,
like,
from what I can, if I was gonna put my brain to it, I think it's definitely it's weird. It's like an adrenaline rush. It's a chase. For some people, a relationship to them is a foundation for what their actual desires are gonna be. So and this is not just for cheaters, this is just for a lot of people. It's like, hey, I'm gonna be talking or in a relationship with this person, but the thing that really gets my rocks off is what I do while I am talking to this person. So for cheaters, it's I'm gonna talk to this person, I'm gonna get to know them, I'm gonna put myself in a comfortable position with this individual. And then once I know that they find security in me and I trick myself into having security with them, I will get myself into a situation with somebody else. Because that awkwardness, that break of trust, that horrible moment of where you start looking at someone else, knowing we're someone, to the people who cheat, that's what makes them happy. Because to them, it's like it's like a Venus flytrap. It's like, I caught someone in my fucking trap. But guess what? While they're being digested, I'm going to open up my mouth and I'm going to get somebody else too.
Oh my gosh.
It's horrible. And that's why people hate cheaters. Because that's the worst thing you can do. It's the same thing for people that ghost people. You get close to somebody and then you say, you know what? While I'm close to you, guess what? Once I reach that point, I'm going to spit you out. I don't give a shit where you go. It's just, there's a certain subject of humans who really love to know something about you. But at the end of the day, they feel something that ultimately sacrifices your self-being. It's a really shitty thing, but at the end of the day, like, there's nothing that you can say to stop those people too, because those people are the most self-centered individuals I've ever met.
Yeah.
Like, you ever met a cheater? You ever try to tell a cheater, like, yo, man, stop fucking cheating? And they ever look at you and they said, like, don't stop getting into my business. You'd be like, what?
I've never been friends with someone who's cheated. Like, actually.
I have.
Really?
Well, friends, I've been.
And I would like to think, like, the character of all my friends would not be, like, the kind of people who would cheat.
I mean, I hope so, too.
Yeah, I mean, like, I know people, there are people, acquaintances I know who cheat. But I don't have any people I would consider to be my friend who's like cheated. So I've never been in a situation where like I've had to convince them or like
No,
talk to
I'll
them
say like
about
if you
it.
cheated in like high school or something like that, where you've never cheated since, you're not the like person I'm talking about. I'm talking about like if you've been in 6 relationships and like 3 of those you've cheated on the person, like okay, bro or girl.
Yeah, I'm talking about like serial cheaters, but I mean,
It's like
I also don't understand people who like stay in relationships once they've figured out that they've been cheated on. For me, like
hey,
that's like a breach of trust
nah,
and
dude, nah, you don't understand.
what.
It's emotion, man. It's emotion.
But it would just like
It's
knowing that like no regardless like of
okay.
the reasons they cheat, like
Let me help you out. Let me paint a picture. I don't want to interrupt you, but like I'm gonna help you out because I've thought about this too. Don't worry. Imagine you're fucking 18 years old, right?
mm,
You're in college. You're in high school. You just graduated high school. You were in a 3-year relationship because you were the. What perspective am I going on? Let's just do female. That's pretty easy. So you're the top cheerleader. Don't you dare look at your fucking phone.
it's my
Anyway.
grandma.
Oh, hi grandma. Wait, how do you spell? How do you say grandma in Chinese?
Nene.
Nene. Ni hao nene.
I haven't talked to her in a while, but let me just ignore her. Yeah,
I said that
let me-
right. Ni hao nene.
Ni hao nene.
Ni hao nene.
No,
Okay.
you're saying it wrong.
I'm trying though. Just being respectful enough. Anyways, let's say you're 18 years old. You've been in a 3-year relationship because you're the hottest cheerleader ever, and you're dating the hottest football coach ever, right? Or football.
Coach? All right. All right.
Pause.
I see where your mind goes.
Pause. Football quarterback. Anyways, you're the hottest cheerleader, and you're dating the football coach for 3 years, and then you have a falling out. It's not bad, but it's not good. But you're both going to a different college, right? You're you're the hot girl from high school. You go into a college. You're not really a part of anything, so you're trying to figure things out. You meet some guy, a couple months into college. You're like, oh, you know what? Maybe this can be something. You start dating him. He's way more emotionally receptive. He seems to be way more like attentive and responsive. He seems to be way more everything. And he is a part of whatever, it's baseball, soccer, not the same sport, but something as big as a school will make it to be, right?
Okay.
So this guy is showing you more emotion than your first boyfriend. He's showing you more compassion. He's showing you more attentiveness. He's more fun. He's got more connections. I mean, you're in college. You're able to meet more people. Everything seems to be like a perfect world. And then you hear from someone else. Hey, are you Kathy? Yeah, I'm Kathy. How's it going? Yeah, I'm Jessica. I just wanted to let you know that I saw you and your boyfriend Chad, and then like later in the night he was with Samantha. Did you know that? It's like, yeah. She's like, no, what do you mean? It's like, oh, they just they were upstairs alone and, they were just doing things. I don't know. I just didn't know if you knew. And at that moment, you already had a hard breakup from your 3-year relationship. And you're processing the information that someone else told you.
Yeah.
Not the person involved, nor your boyfriend told you. So you have a decision to make. You either say, I'm going to believe this, or I'm going to look at the fact that this guy's a popularized person in school. So the first time, maybe you just dismiss it. And maybe the second or third time you dismiss it. So I think what happens is after a while, you just start dismissing it because.
But, okay, I'm talking about, okay, and I understand what you're saying and I see that. But my thing is like, if you know for certain that he or she has cheated on you, for me, it's enough to know that he did it, which means that he doesn't love me enough, or at least not to the extent that I love him. And he did, like, because if you love someone enough, like,
Well,
you
some
wouldn't
some
hurt
people
them
don't know
willingly.
Some people unfortunately are trapped in a moment where they don't even know what love is to them. So the problem that comes up that what we see, you don't love me because you cheated on me. Okay, you can cut that off. But some people, unfortunately, and I don't know if they just don't people
But you
don't
don't
know.
even have to grasp like the understanding of love.
Susan, you
But you
cannot
just
tell
have
me
to know, like, if you
No.
love someone, an innate
people
part
don't
of
know
yourself,
love. No, people don't.
an innate part of yourself is not going to be willing
Susan,
to hurt them.
people don't know love like that. Love
But
is
that's
the
not-
least. Love is the least
I
talked
don't
about
think-
thing in society.
I don't think you need to know anything about love.
Yes, you do.
No,
Why do you think
listen,
cheating
listen,
happens so much?
listen.
How many people? How many friends do you know have split parents from divorce? A lot,
Like
I'm sure.
one.
You?
I'm trying to think right now. I only know one.
I know a good bit.
I don't know that many people who have divorced parents.
Actually, most of my friends have split parents.
Okay.
Most of my, I think only one or two of my friends have like actual like their parents have stayed together. What I'm saying is like all throughout at least America, it's really rare for someone to know, like in their heart of hearts, what love is. Because
But
let's
that's
say,
not my point, though.
hey, back to my point. That fucking that cheerleader could have had a split parenthood. Like she lives with her mom and she has a stepdad and like she visits her dad or
but
whatever.
That's okay. So that's what you. But what I think.
You're thinking of an idolized
No,
version.
my opinion. It's not even idolized.
It
Wait,
is.
listen.
It's something
I
people
think-
aspire
no,
to.
Wait, listen.
Okay.
I don't think, and this is my opinion, so I'm gonna share it before
You do
cut
think.
me off.
Don't sell yourself short. You do think.
I think like and this is not. I don't know. Okay, I think you don't have to recognize what love is, and you don't even have to think that you love someone. Whether or not you realize you love someone, at some point you're gonna recognize. You're gonna realize you don't want to hurt someone. Okay, like at
Nope.
some point.
People don't think people.
You know, it's not.
Some
Maybe
people
it's
do
not
not
an
care.
actual realization.
Some people
but
do
you're
not.
just not gonna be. If a situation presents itself, if you genuinely love someone, if the situation presents itself, you might not be thinking actively, "Oh, I don't want to hurt this person. I don't want to hurt this person." But if the situation presented itself, or if you made a decision that would actively hurt the person you love, whether or not you realize you love this person, if you actually love them, you wouldn't make that decision to hurt them. And I believe that firmly. Like if you love someone truly, whether or not you realize it, you wouldn't hurt them when you're placed in a spot where you have to make a decision.
I agree with what you're saying. However, I disagree with what you're saying because I think a lot of people don't even understand how to be comfortable with the idea that you're actually getting attached to somebody. Mm-hmm. And and this is something I've had to come to terms with. A lot of people don't know how to be comfortable with that. Like a lot of people don't like, especially our generation, right? Mm-hmm. And I actually saw, oh man, I'm so glad I remember this. I saw an Instagram post of one of my friends who was talking about like what it's like to be our generation in dating, like how really fucked up it is. And like it's been fucked up every generation. I'm not going to say that our generation is like the hardest generation to date, but our generation when it comes to texting has had to deal with multiple things. Like, oh, when is it the right time to text? What do you text? Like what's the right thing to say? Like, oh, like even though I'm talking to this person, how do I end things if I don't like it? Like there's so many things that factor into like how in the hell do I really communicate? Because there's so many different avenues. It's not like back in the day, 80s, 60s, 70s, 90s, like where, you really didn't have that much aside from messaging sparingly to meet up. And then when you met up in person, you decided if you liked them enough to meet them again in person. But now you have a lot of like, you got your Tinder, your Bumble, your Hinge. You got a lot of like texting. There's a lot of not in-person shit. So being not in person a lot, the opportunity to be shitty doesn't really seem as a bad idea. So you got this whole thing where like a lot of times I think people really don't understand how to be comfortable with the fact that maybe they like somebody. Mm-hmm. The same way some people don't feel comfortable with the fact that someone doesn't like them. There's a lot of gray area that hasn't been explained because we watch movies consistently to this day that still represent the like 80s and 90s version of romance. Where you're like, oh, I met you randomly in a gas station, and now I'm gonna talk to
What
you, and
movie
we're
are
gonna
you
go.
watching?
Name a movie that has shown.
Hey, I met you randomly at this gas station.
Okay. Name a movie that's shown something modern about love, aside from like maybe like Love, Simon.
Like, you just mean like a rom-com?
No, like a rom-com that wasn't typical, like a rom-com that was very about our generation. Name a rom-com that was about Tinder. Then like name a rom-com that involved someone getting ghosted. Name a rom-com about like someone.
You should watch. I mean, there's a show that's like very accurately depicting this. Euphoria with Zendaya. It's on HBO Max.
Oh yeah, it came out 2019.
It's super super good.
But that's not just about that. That's about like also like drugs.
Have you watched it?
I mean, I know a lot about it.
It's worth watching.
I know a lot about it because the production of it is insane. Like the music, the cinematography,
everything is really beautiful.
But that's about drugs and teenagers and like.
It's sex, romance. Like, how do you navigate? Like,
I am talking about, and that I'm saying, Euphoria is amazing, and Zendaya is amazing. It's not as mainstream as other, because it was HBO. HBO is really hard to be mainstream. Like Game of Thrones was like. Game of Thrones, first season of True Detective, Sopranos, The Wire were probably the only things that were mainstream from HBO. And maybe Westworld.
I've heard a lot about Euphoria though, like online.
Yeah, but you didn't
Twitter.
even hear about cuties.
Yeah, because that's stupid.
Yeah, it is fucking stupid.
I don't hear about stupid shit.
I love that. I don't want to hear about stupid shit. No, but like I'm saying, like, when was the last time? Like, think about all the rom-coms that people watch.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm not gonna say anything that is supposed to be like offensive or sexist. But think about all the fucking rom-coms that people, and mainly women, love to watch. Like 16 Candles.
I don't really watch those.
Okay, maybe you know. But like, think about all the ones your friends talk about. Like, think about those movies. Think about the plot of those movies. Those are so standard. The romances. Like, any movie that came out from the 80s to now, the standard romance is guy meets girl, girl meets guy, girl kind of likes guy, guy kind of likes girl. They kind of hang out. They kind of get together. They kind of have this little, this little fling. But then something from the original plot of the movie comes up. Girl gets mad at guy. They break up. Then something happens where the guy realizes that she's the real one. Maybe the side character says, "No, man, you shouldn't leave her. She's the one for you."
I feel like you have not watched recent rom-coms,
dude,
or like 2000s
what do you mean?
rom-coms. Like 13 Going on 30 is one of my favorite rom-coms.
Okay, that's a movie about a guy who was old who went back to being young.
No, a girl who was young who like then.
No, 13 Going on 30 isn't that Zac Efron?
No, you're thinking of 17 again. It's a different movie.
Same plot though, right?
No, it's not. She goes from being 13 into her 30-year-old body, and it's just like a different plot. And then like one of my other favorite movies is 27 Dresses. Also different plot.
Are these romance?
These are romance movies. These are rom-coms.
Are they popular?
Yes, oh my god, they're so famous.
No, they're not.
It's 13 Going on 30 is an extremely popular rom-com. And so is 27 Dresses with Katherine Heigl, who is like the rom-com queen of the 2000s. She was in Knocked Up, Life as We Know It, The Ugly Truth.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe those are good movies though because they're not typical. They're atypical.
True. That's why I like them.
See, maybe you're just a woman of good taste of rom-com movies.
That's what I like to think.
See, what I'm saying is most of the people that are doing these accusations that we're claiming are not knowledgeable of what they're doing because of multiple things, their upbringing, so much other shit. Like, I'm just saying that people are not doing the things that you would think they should do because of a lot of reasons. And I've had to come to terms with that because a lot of people have treated me the way that you probably shouldn't treat someone. So at the end of the day, it doesn't really fucking matter what they do. What matters is how you can handle it. And it sucks, but it takes a couple of times of shittiness to really come across something that you can understand about yourself. Mm-hmm. And You know, it's like a sculpture. Kind of just pick away at your own life until you're comfortable enough with the sculpture you've created, and then you start basing who you hang out with. And once those people start coming at you with a chisel, if you don't want to change your sculpture, you fucking shoo them away. You just say, fuck you. You're not going to mess my masterpiece up. You're not going to chisel at my sculpture.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It makes sense, right? I got the sculpture of David inside of me. You want to come up to me on a fucking picnic date and start talking shit? No, you're not going to do that. I've got my statue of David inside of me.
Yes.
I'm pure.
Okay.
To me. Well, women do the same thing. They do the whole, like, you know, I'm perfect. No man can mess me up. Yeah.
Well, I'm perfect.
I mean, you know, as perfect as you want to think you are.
No man can mess me up.
And no women can mess a man up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's not true. I mean, both statements aren't true. You know, people can mess people up pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to start going towards more of a, hey, maybe we just don't be a piece of shit to people. What do you think?
Lesson of the day. Don't be a piece of shit to people.
Yeah. I mean, not a crazy idea.
It's a revolutionary idea.
I think so. Anyways,
this was my fucking...
Dude, you fucking hack. Oh my gosh.
Guys, this was my opinion. This is Sue's opinion. We should call this this episode Sue's opinion.
What is this PC title? It's my
What?
fucking opinion.
You can call this episode Sue's fucking opinion.
No, you gotta say it with more intensity.
No, I don't need it. See, when I say it, it's just like the perfect amount of bite to it. I don't need to be my fucking opinion.
I don't say it like that.
It's just my opinion.
All right, everybody. Thank you for listening to Sue's fucking opinion.
None of that shit from DJ, even though he really tried this episode.
Oh, wait. Oh, this is the first time I can say it. Anything that I said was actually Sue's opinion.
Was actually my opinion.
And I cannot be faulted and or sued for anything that I've said because by the clause of this particular episode, it was Sue's opinion. And it was not anyone else's but Sue's. However, if it was my fucking opinion, that means DJ's fucking opinion.
This is not DJ's
the
opinion.
host of my fucking opinion. I hope
you
everyone
mean co-host.
had a fucking...
This is the co-host.
Oh my gosh. Shut up, you fucking four eyes. Glasses away.
All right, you need to leave.
Velma.
You're gonna have to leave.
I'm just kidding. Anyways, I hope everyone had a good ass time listening to this episode.
Love you.
I love you.
I love you more.
I love you more. I hope you stay safe.
I love you. I love you the most. All right, bye.
All right, everyone. I hope you guys... I got to give my little spiel. I care about the people. All right?
I care about them
If you go to
deeply.
Shut up. If you go to a protest, be safe. Wear a mask.
Oh, yeah. Actually, really be safe now.
And if you... Nowadays, it's not even wearing a mask, man.
It's just avoiding fucking white supremacists that carry guns.
Yeah, it's like fucking like if you see someone with a gun and you're also not holding a gun, even if you are, that may be worse. I don't know. Just be safe. I really didn't even know. I like before this, I used to know just be safe. Like, watch out for police and once they start acting up, maybe just back up a little bit. But like nowadays, it's like just be safe. Don't. I mean, if you're comfortable enough to go out there and do your thing, full support. But just be safe. I promise. I just want you to know. I want you to be safe.
I just want you to know that I love you.
Yeah, I do too. I love everyone. Anyone who's fucking fighting, man. I love you.
I love you.
I love
Okay, can you stop trying to outdo me?
you. I'm agreeing with you at this point.
I love you.
Oh shit. Someone's got a voice. Holy shit. That was pretty good.
I didn't clear my throat for that one, so it's a
all
little
that
raspy.
all that sticky stuff on the couch really just got her fucking.
Oh, did you? You did not, did you?
No, I didn't.
Don't even play like that.
All right, everyone.
This is my fucking opinion, and I'll see you on the next one. Love you. Bye.